Hi, I'm Mike Allen. I'm an environmental archaeologist helping my colleagues working in this wonderful landscape of Bagendon in the Cotswolds. As an environmental archaeologist, I'm interested in helping them understand the landscape, and we do that through strange tools like this, like an auger. Here are two different types of auger, a walking stick auger and a classic auger, because these things help us see into the past by looking at the soils beneath our very feet. The soils and the sediments underneath the ground have a long history. They've been built up through hundreds and thousands of years, and by augering through them and identifying them and interpreting them, we can start seeing how the landscape has been built, how the landscape has developed over hundreds and thousands of years, and help our archaeological colleagues put their settlement sites, their burial sites, their ceremonial sites into the landscape in which they belonged. And after all, it was the landscape that people lived off. It was a farmed landscape, and as a result of that farming, as a result of deforestation, as a result of arable activity and a result of pasture, they changed inadvertently and accidentally the whole shape of the landscape, and therefore we can see contours in the landscape which are hiding secrets of soils and sediments. So in fact here we have an auger. If I just twist this into the ground, we can start seeing literally what's beneath our feet, and by twisting this and pulling out a plug of soil, we can see, to start off with, hundreds if not thousands of years of history.
Today in the rain we have Mike with us, who, well, I'll let Mike tell you what he is and what he's got in store for you today. Okay, so
I'm an archaeologist, but I'm a strange type of archaeologist. I'm an archaeological scientist, or an environmental archaeologist, or a geoarchaeologist. All her upper body and her to do it, and that's the best way to do it. Cut it away and take away the soil is complete block. So not like the stuff you've been looking at today, which is not a lynch that I thought, but behind it there is evidence of farming. And also the amount of hill washing here isn't vast.
It gives a different perspective, no doubt. And the interesting thing is that obviously how much you can read out without really finding anything. To me, archaeology is finding coins or bone fragments or something like that, which this is not at all about. And it's quite interesting to see how much you can make out of what just happened over the years.
yeah. Definitely.
Today's been really interesting because actually I think I have quite a good long view about the landscape anyway, but actually I realise that my view about the landscape is really only a very small shot in time, and what we've been shown today shows what a tremendous effect previous generations has been happening, and that has been absolutely truly fascinating.
What today has changed how I see a landscape, because as I was driving past I was just like, that's a hill, vaguely interesting, nothing much interesting about it, but today has taught me that it's much more interesting at first meets the eye, and there's a lot more to it and a lot more underneath its surface.
And it's like different colours, and I've learned that so it goes
Like a rainbow of
yeah, it's like a rainbow
of brown.
Yeah.
Today's been great because it's the first time I've met any of the landowners. Some of them are farmers, and you know, I feel like I live in the ancient landscape, but I don't understand what's happening in the modern landscape, and it's been really wonderful just to be able to have some conversations with them and say, well, what do you do and what are you using the land for? So that improves my knowledge, but I think it works the other way around too. So it's a conversation, isn't it?
I think it's given an added perspective and has helped inform us how the landscape has been modelled through both natural and human habitation, natural environment, and how its settlement over many years, probably for a longer period than we'd previously thought, has had an influence in what we see today, and the alluvial clays and all the soils we've looked at today have been quite an eye-opener to an understanding of how things happened in the past.
Yeah.